All right, thank you very much for staying with us. It is now Personal Finance with Charles Fakroha, the in-house person that is always here to talk about money and how we can make money and how we can save the money and how we can do anything we want to do with money. All right, today we'll be talking about what was it today, Mr. Charles Fakroha?
Relationship and
budgeting. I thought we were done with budgeting.
Yes, we've done quite a lot on budgeting, but we want to be practical, you know.
Okay, before we've been playing.
Yes, now we want to see that how does budgeting affect your relationship with your spouse?
That's interesting.
With your fiancé, you know. But in your intro, you mentioned how to make the money, how to spend. You didn't mention how to protect the money. That's the essence of personal finance. So coming to budgeting is a blueprint how to manage your money.
Okay.
And we've been told that 2 heads are better than one. So for you as a couple, or you are in a serious relationship, you are planning for the future, it's easier when two of you come together and budget. But again, it is very, very difficult. If it's only you, you know, you can just do your budgeting.
I was coming there, but I needed it to land.
You can just do your budgeting and there is no issue. But when you are now doing this budgeting with your wife, your significant partner, your spouse, it becomes a different ballgame. The problem is initiation. How do you start it? Yes, that's an issue. But we have come to see that for marital quality index, once couple are able to take care of their finances very well, two of them, they sit down, they budget, they are both happy about it, that will improve their relationship. They will call themselves all sorts of sweet names, and the marriage will continue to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
And even make communication between the couples very easy. You know, because if you can talk about your finances together, there is nothing you can't talk about again. Because finance is one issue that really causes problem in any relationship.
Sure.
Whether it is marriages, it is a boyfriend, girlfriend, finance is a key.
In fact,
issue
somebody said that when you will know the next person you call a friend is when money is involved.
Exactly.
Now, how do you initiate this? Because it's quite, very easy when you're doing budgeting on a personal level.
Yes.
We've talked about personal finance.
Exactly.
Now we're talking about budgeting,
Yes.
which you said is a blueprint.
Yes.
Now, you have a partner, and that partner needs to understand that, look, we need to plan whatever we would be spending in this house together.
Yes. Yes.
Somehow it might be mistaken or misconstrued to be like, this young man, be like, say, go on to economy.
No, it's true. That is it. And that's why people have said, you guys, you financial therapists, it's like you have become marriage expert. There is no way. Because in the course of our practice, we saw so many cases. And we discovered that when you talk to the husband differently and you prescribe some solution, we discovered it's not working. When you run training programs, only the men are there, or only just workers. Maybe the wife, the husband, just either of them is just there. And we give them this solution when they go, because we keep track. We come back again, we are still seeing these same persons attending these seminars, and they keep complaining that it's not working. So we now realize that, okay, you are a couple. So we now said, okay, if you are a husband or a wife here, once we have done this program for you, the next set will be your spouses, so that both of them will be on the same page. And when we did that, we discovered that we were not only improving their finances, we're also improving their love life. Yeah. And we now said, oh, that means as financial therapists, we have also become marriage counselors. And some of us now have to go and do that program, marriage counseling. So I can proudly say here, with all humility, I'm also a certified marriage counselor.
Who's certified?
Because I went for the counseling program. I did everything.
Oh, okay.
I did everything. Yes.
So
that's why.
In a more practical sense, walk us through that part.
Yes, for you to start budgeting as a couple, one, you need to be open. You have to determine your actual income. Combine.
That's the point.
Combine.
But wait,
This
some
can be
men,
very, very serious.
Some men are
will
not-
tell you, sorry, Sam. Some men will tell you.
it's not the goal. Yeah.
Don't even bring that into the conversation. Me tell my wife how much I'm earning.
Right?
Unnecessary bill. Unnecessary stories.
Okay, no, this time we are assuming that she's equally working, you are also working.
I know, but the thing is that
Now you go spend, that's the man.
Okay, good. Now we have seen those kind of cases too.
Yeah.
Because budgeting is a personal thing for these couples. So we are now saying, okay, if as a man or even as a woman you cannot disclose everything, we are now saying, well, culture tells us that the man is the head. Is that not so?
Of course.
And most of the time the man tends to earn higher.
Yeah.
But we have come to also realize that it's not always the
Not
case.
always the case,
Now
yeah.
we now said, okay, if for me I don't even encourage joint accounts.
That's
Because
that's another
yes,
conversation on its
Mr.
own.
There's nothing like Mr. and Mrs. Charles Fakra. There's nothing like that. Yes, there is a Mr. Charles. There is a Mrs. Charles.
When you both are seen to be one,
Yes, we go about our normal duties in the daytime.
not finance.
Yes, then when it comes to the night, we can now connect in the other room. You understand? That is when we can combine. So what we now did was your household budget.
Okay.
There should be an household budget. So you can say, okay, this is the amount I want to contribute to that household budget. So let's say you earn maybe a million naira a month or 500,000 naira a month. You now determine a percentage of your own income that you will contribute to that household budget. She also, you can say, okay, you want to bring about 80%. She can say she wants to put in the 20%. Depending on what fits the two of you.
So at the end of the day, the household needs are met.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have also combined your income now. Maybe you are bringing 80% of
that
it.
wise.
She is bringing 20%, or it can even be the reverse,
No.
depending on how each of you. So you know your combined household income. Now the next step is you now have to now list down all your joint expenses.
What do you mean joint expenses?
Housing,
Okay.
Your utility bills.
utility bill, food, you know, entertainment in the house, you know, your normal
Everyday life.
everyday life. You now have to list everything. Everybody will see. Then you now agree how much to allocate.
Just a moment.
to
What
each-
if you're a man who loves to go out to drink? You also list that?
That should be in your own personal
Expenses.
expense, not on the household budget. You understand? So you can see. And that's why you see some men, when they get to those nightclubs, they do anyhow, they misbehave.
Because they know that
they
remote
know that
the
they
house.
house.
Oh, I love that. I love
You know?
that.
So after you have listed all your joint expenses, you know, as husband and wife, then you now agree on how much to allocate to each of them. And in that process, two of you are talking, you know, you are rubbing, other things will come up again. You'll not be talking only about Nigerian problem now. You're talking of your own individual situation. So once you have done that, the next thing is to, okay, calculate how much you spend on each of them. Then keep track. Keep your expenses in track. If you have budgeted, let's say for food, a X amount of money, try as much as possible to keep track of your expenses when it comes to that category, food. Yes, even though prices of things have gone up. We had an instance, a practical example. The woman felt that what they budgeted for food, you know, in the month, before 2 weeks, they have
gone.
exceeded that. And she was now wondering. That's taken to the point of, there are budgeting apps for couples around. You can buy, or you can also do it manually. She now discovered that there was a particular item, because she was keeping records. There was a particular item, which was plantain. That the house help was always doing frying plantain for the children. So they now saw that they were spending so much. And you see the importance of keeping track of your expenses. If she was not keeping track
Taking notes.
manually, she was keeping it on a diary using a pencil to put them down, she wouldn't have known where that
Error
amount
was
of
coming
is
from.
coming from.